Hey guys, I'm Maggie. Welcome back to my channel. Please ignore any extra noises that are made by my nephews. They're so noisy. Just ignore that. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry for that. Okay, so today's video I'm going to share a little behind story for my Parsons first year final fashion studio project. So as you can see like the intro already, like how my final project is looking like, but I'm just gonna share a behind story about it. So let's get started. Okay, so for this project there's a lot of things that you have to follow. So first we have to basically create 3 ensemble pieces, like whether it's a top, it's a pair of pants, it's a dress, it's a hat, it's a pair of boots, shoes, or like any jewelries. It's just you just have to pick 3 to make like your own very special outfit. And second requirement is that you have to be inspired by an artist that is not like a fashion designer, but like an artist that create paintings, photographs and all that. Basically our teacher wish we can choose an artist that's from MoMA, that they have like showcase their works in MoMA. So I chose Yayoi Kusuma. I'm not sure if I pronounced it right, but I chose Yayoi Kusuma because I always like her works, like her patterns and everything. So unique, and especially I really like colorful stuff and like weird and art stuff. So that's why I chose her. And yeah, and when I was like looking at her artworks, I was thinking maybe I can design my own pattern, because she is famous for her like repetitive patterns, like dots and everything. So yeah, and then the third requirement is that we have to choose like a fashion topic that our teacher gave it to us. So I already forgot all the choices, but I chose anti-fashion. Oh my god, my nephews are so noisy. Okay, I chose anti-fashion because Yayoi Kusuma's style is like so unique and like sometimes a bit weird, a bit odd. Her style is not really like any other artist's, so I think they both matches pretty well. So I chose that 3. Yeah, so basically I chose Yayoi Kusuma and anti-fashion. So my designs have to be exactly fit into those requirements. So yeah, and then after all that, you have to deep down researching our artist. So we basically do the research part at our other class, like fashion seminar class. So after researching Yayoi Kusuma, I found out she actually had like a really deep personal story. She basically grew up in a really abusive family. Her mom constantly abused her because I think it's because her dad having like a lot of sexual affairs with other women. Yeah, that's really shocking. So, and then later on she moved to the state to expand her art world, and that's also the reason why she got like mental illnesses. I believe she can see hallucinations, and she'll always have this mental disease. That's basically where her art inspirations are from. Like she create art based on her like hallucinations. Like some art is based on her hallucination, which I think is totally amazing, like changing her weakness into something that is advantage. So yeah, she have a really deep personal story. So when I was thinking about how can I design my pattern, I also want to kind of face my own mental problem. So like by mental problem I didn't mean like really serious like hers, but then since the virus, we're facing all this chaos and pandemics, it's sort of like frustrating me at that time. So there's a lot of things like I was being forced, not being forced, like I have to come back to Taiwan in the middle of the semester to finish my courses, because you know the virus in New York is really serious. So also like a lot of us are forced to move out of the dorm, so I came back to Taiwan, which means, you know, our time period is different. So I have to, you know, I have classes from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. sometimes. I finished the classes now, but like that's so tired and exhausted. No, I actually found an apartment in March. I have to pay for that, but then I'm not living in there, and I'm not sure when this thing will end. So that means I'm not sure how, like, when I can go back and then live in my apartment, which means I have to pay for my rent for literally nothing. Like, I know it's so frustrating. And then also I just lost my grandfather last month, in March, yes. And then you know, this thing have, you know, interrupt a lot of literally every single person's plan and all that. So yeah, that's really frustrating. So I, at that time when I was designing the pattern, I just sit down, I play like a sad song or anything, and then I just draw. Like I didn't just draw to, you know, release my pressures and to, you know, express my sadness. I also draw to, you know, calm myself down, to tell myself it's okay, you know, it's sometimes life is like this. So that's how I came up with this 3 patterns. I basically used yellow, blue, and red, and then, you know, some of like swirling round shapes, and that's how I came up with my pattern. Okay, so then after designing the pattern, I have to design the garment. I decided to do like a jacket, sort of like a blazer, like a cropped jacket, and then a fit dress, and then also a pair of boots. So I have the design here. Since I have to fit in the anti-fashion thing, I wanted my jacket to be really broad, like really dramatic, odd and weird. Like my whole outfit is sort of like full of my patterns, and I'm being a little bit odd. And yeah, and then yes, and then we also have to do like this 3D model thing, which you create a little mini self version of yourself, like a mini version of yourself, and then just, you know, try to construct your garments in like this little thing, paper, or like any sort of materials you want. Yeah, and then so, you know, constructing the garments, you know, since we don't have our teachers beside it, and I actually like, I know the basic techniques, you know, of like sewing things. I never sew a jacket before, so I basically sew the jacket out of like watching YouTube videos, which is really frustrating because, like, you know, I want my jacket to be really weird and broad and like wide. So I was just like, you know, forget about this. I just do the measurements and then like however I want, and I'm not sure if that's right. But then, you know, I just watched tons of YouTube videos to, you know, construct all my 3 garments. And then yeah, and then it was, the result is actually, you know, higher than my expectation. Like, I have no idea I could make a jacket just by watching a YouTube video. So yeah, after finished constructing the patterns and the garments, you know, we have to do like photo shoots. So this time, you know, I'm thinking about, since my whole outfit is like really basically about yellow, and so I decided, and then it gives me, you know, with a pair of boots, it gives me a feeling of like little Paris vibe, just a little bit. So when I was like, you know, shopping, I was going to, you know, match it with like a red headband. But then when I was shopping, like I was trying to find like a red accessory, I found this like red hat on Zara. I don't know how I call this hat, but like I don't know how that hat is called. But then I found this really cute hat. I found it at Zara, and then I was going to find a red belt because my dress, I couldn't find like the fabric I want, so I have to make it kind of loose in order to fit in, so I need a belt. And then I found it in my mom's closet. Like it's a really wide and big, like kind of like 90s vibe belt, and then the color exactly what I want. So oh my god, thank god I found it. And then yeah, that's the accessories I'm looking for. And then also like for the makeup idea, I just like, you know, randomly saw, because I always followed Cat Creature YouTube channel. You know, she's a really amazing artist. She created amazing artworks, and also like how she edited her videos and all the fonts she created was so aesthetic. I love her. And then I was scrolling, like I was watching one of her vlogs, and then she was trying this new makeup look, and then I was like, oh, that's totally the style that I'm going for my look. So I got inspired by her, and then I just do the makeup look, you know, created by her. Yeah, and then also our teacher wished us to, you know, find some photo shoot ideas. So my idea is, so I found these photos. My idea, you know, I kind of separated it into two photo shoots. Like one is just like focusing how I showcase my garments, like how does it look, and then another one is sort of like one that's more meaningful with a story behind it. So I was thinking maybe my photographer, which is my boyfriend, can shoot it in like I'm really small in this like big scene, like sort of expressing how I'm feeling kind of hopeless right now. I don't know, just that. Okay. And then having like my colors are really like popping out of the photograph. Yeah, so we have the photo shoot. Let's slide into the behind the scene vlog.
然后再用那个颜色加强。这个它口红它可以粘住那个颜色。
这是口红。
对。
And then you guys are back. Okay, so after the photo shoot, so we actually tried a lot of, like, you know, different poses, different, you know, spots. I just basically shoot it beside my house. We have this big grassland and then, you know, this blue warehouse, like blue iron warehouse. We just basically shoot it there. It's really hot now in Taiwan, so I was like, I'm sweating. And then when I was wearing the full look, I was so afraid of my neighbors thinking I'm so like am I crazy or what? But then yeah, we successfully finished the photo shoot. So yeah, overall this project is still counts as a success, even though I basically do it based on YouTube videos, but I'm so proud of myself. So I will show you guys the final results now and see you next time. Bye!